Hey, what's up guys? Team Hard Life Captain Alberto Zertuche here. Alright, so today we've got an International 30, the VSW series. Now the deal is, the gentleman wants us to put 150 yards of 100-pound mono. The only thing is, I don't know how much of the 60-pound braid to put up underneath it. So for me to get it 150 yards and still leave him the gap that he wants, I'm gonna have to do it all backwards. I'm gonna have to put on the mono first, splice in the braid, fill it up to where it needs to be filled up, then download it, upload it, and then re-upload it into the reel in order to flip the line. So got a little bit of work cut out for us, so let's go and knock this out real quick. Since I'm only using this to get a guide on how much line I need on there, all I'm going to do is I'm going to tape it to the spool to get it going. Because as soon as I get it off, it's going to come right off. Alright, so I've got 150 yards on there, and right now the spool looks like it's pretty full. However, it's soon going to change. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a smaller needle to first open up my braid before I start sticking my mono through it, and then make it a little bit easier so that way I'm not worried about it. Went to the restroom and then
it's all messed up.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got too many health issues, man, and it sucks. You know, we're a business. We have to have employees that can at least move at a minimum pace, and he can't do the heat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so now I've got it to where he's got his nice little gap there because he's offshore fishing. So we're at a total now of 750 yards. That's with 150 yards of mono, and it looks like 600 yards of 60-pound braid on a 30 VSW, or VW, sorry. So now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna down spool it, flip it over, and then put it back on so that way the mono's on top. So here comes the fun part. Alright, one thing I wanted to show y'all real quick is how much 150 yards, 100-pound mono will take up on a spool when it's put in the center. And the reason why I'm showing y'all this is it gives y'all an idea of how much line capacity you lose by putting a lot of mono as your backing on this. So right now, obviously, this is going to be the top shot, but I'm also showing you so that way you can see the line capacity difference. So right here we've got about, about a nail of mine. So you're looking about half an inch right there. So what I'm going to do is once I continue spooling this off, when I go to put the braid back on, I'm going to do the same thing and show you how 600 yards looks on there, or 150, 300. So you can get an idea of where the numbers come from on any spool, and it's always the top end over here. So let's get that done real quick. My hands are so rough, it's pulling off all the sand or the dried up salt that's on the sides of the housing, the inside of the spool. And this is a trick I taught myself a few weeks ago. Instead of me trying to hold on to it, I got to break up here. Let it do the job of what I got to do over here. Alright guys, so I've got 150 yards of 60-pound of the tough braid on here, and you can see how much gap we got in here now because I've got the braid as your backing. So now I'm going to go to 150, and I got to go to 300 and 600, and you'll see how it all looks. Alright, so now I'm over 300 yards. It's 315, which ain't much, but you can see the spool difference right then and there. Even there at 300 yards of 60, I still could stick my full thumb in there. So that just gives you an idea. We'll keep rolling. All right, there's our 600 yard mark. Obviously the mono just came on, but yes sir. So again, this gives you an idea of how much mono filament will take up on a spool in comparison to your braid. So if you really want line capacity, it's a great thing to do the braid as you're backing and then mono top shot it. So that way if you still hook up to a monster, you got a fighting chance to let him run and play with him a bit. So here we go. Now let's go ahead and finish it off. All right, so 750 yards total on a 30 VW International with 60-pound tuffline and 100-pound mono as a top shot. We got 600 yards of braid, 150 yards of mono. Awesome.